In the last video we saw the introduction about the mycorrhizas. Now we will see the kinds of mycorrhizas. Kinds of mycorrhizas it has three kinds: ectotrophic, endotrophic and ectanotrophic. Ectotrophic mycorrhiza. The ectotrophic mycorrhiza occurs only in about 3% of plant species. This type of mycorrhiza occurs only in 3% of plant species, and it is mainly found in the forest trees. The forest trees like pines, firs, oaks, birches, sweet chestnut and eucalyptus. Now we'll see the morphology and anatomy. The ectotrophic mycorrhizas are the most conspicuous and easily recognizable type of mycorrhiza, means that we can identify this type of mycorrhiza, the ectotrophic one, we can identify easily that it is ectotrophic mycorrhiza. The fungus mantle gives the root a swollen and stumpy look. The fungus gives the root a swollen and stumpy look, while the uninfected root let remain unbranched. The uninfected root remains unbranched and short-lived, and the infected one, it occurs like swollen and stumpy. The mycorrhizal roots, by repeated branching, form a crowded cluster of swollen stumps that persist for several years. The infected roots, which is infected by the mycorrhiza, the infected root, it gives branching which occurs as a crowded cluster and swollen stumps, which helps the roots to live for several years. The new rootlets that emerge from the mycorrhizal roots become infected during their passage through the cortex and the hyphal sheath. It gets infected through the cortex and the hyphal sheath. The two partners, the fungus and the host root, grow in an organized manner with equal pace. Both benefits each other and grow together. This is the diagram showing TS of an ectotrophic mycorrhiza showing hearting net. This is the mantle and this is the intercellular hyphae. The transverse section of an ectotrophic mycorrhiza shows that a fungus forms a pseudoparenchymatous sheath around the roots and sends branches inwards between the cortical cells as well as outside into the soil. Means when the cortex get infected, the roots is sent inside and as well as outside the soil and inside the cells also. The hypha which penetrate the cortex from the hearting net in the middle lamina of the cell wall and the intercellular spaces. The hypha gets penetrated in the cortex from the hearting net in the middle lamella of the cell wall. The cell of the cortex, which are in close contact with the hearting net, are larger and more radially elongated than the healthy cells. The mycorrhizal roots have poorly developed apical meristem, means that the cell of the cortex which is in close contact with the hearting net, which is present over here. This is the hearting net, are larger and more radially elongated from the normal roots. It is elongated. When it gets infected, it is elongated than the healthy cells. The mycorrhizal roots have a poorly developed apical meristem. The apical meristem is very poorly developed in the mycorrhizal roots. Hyphae pass out from the hyphal sheath and ramify among the soil particles. The hyphal pass out the sheath which is formed the intercellular hyphae. From here it passes out, and the hypha also come in contact with the soil. These hyphae give rise to the fruit bodies after getting in the soil, coming out from the hyphal seed. When it's in close contact with the soil, it gives fruiting bodies above the ground during fruiting season. The ectotrophic mycorrhiza are differentiated and classified on the basis of their mode of ramification, color, and structure of their seed. This is the diagram of the forest floor aggressive. This is the root which is infected, and the fruiting bodies. These all are fruiting bodies, and these are forest floor aggressives. Next, the second endotrophic mycorrhiza we will study in the next video.